What did you say?
You're like, roll from the top. You're so used to listening and stuff on triple speed that you
Thank you
just
for listening to
talk.
This Is a Place podcast.
This is a place.
This is the place.
This is a place. We want to talk about. This is a place.
Thank you for listening to This Is a Place podcast. My name is Brandon,
I'm Nate.
and we want to wish everyone happy American Redneck Day.
The day before the 4th of July is Redneck Day.
I mean, it's pretty perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't have Redneck Day on the 4th, but should
Is
you have
that
it
why?
should you have it the day after?
That's a good point.
Because you're going to be out in the sun. You also might be burned by a firework, and it may hit your neck. So if you want to be literal Redneck Day, the day after the 4th is more fitting.
Good point. I'm guessing this is why you hear fireworks on July 3rd and
Mm.
July 4th and the week prior and the week after.
So we're attributing that all to people celebrating American Redneck Day.
Rednecks. All them rednecks. You might be a redneck if
While you're looking at those jokes, let me tell the people about American Redneck Day. The festivities are loudest in the South of America, where people are more commonly characterized as rednecks. American Redneck Day is a day for people who have been termed rednecks to celebrate their identity and reclaim the word from its derogatory roots. Redneck is a term applied to white American people who are perceived to be unsophisticated or crass, particularly those from rural backgrounds and lifestyles. It's Redneck Day. I guess your day to embrace your redneck heritage.
well, you might be a redneck if you think the last words to the Star Spangled Banner are
Gentlemen,
"Gentlemen,
start
start
your
your engines."
engines. I need that one.
If you ever done your Christmas shopping at a truck stop, your house doesn't have curtains, but your truck does. That's interesting. Your pickup has two-tone paint job, primer red and primer gray.
Mm, that'll do it.
And the billboard that says, "Say no to crack," reminds you to pull up your jeans. You might be a redneck.
Is that Jeff Foxworthy? Is that who?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
that's his deal.
I get my
So
redneck
you might be a
comedians mixed
redneck.
up.
Bill, Bill something did, Here's Your Sign.
Oh, Bill Engvall.
Yeah, that was kind of a thing back in was it late 90s
Hmm.
with Jeff Foxworthy and Bill.
And then
Here's Your Sign.
who's the other guy? Who had talks with
Um,
that drawl but doesn't actually have that voice.
the
Uh,
older guy?
no, the
You
guy
talking about
from Cars.
oh, okay. Yeah. What's his name? Oh my good heavens.
Wow,
I know, right?
like Tomater without the tuh.
Um, Cable guy
Larry
or
the Cable
something.
Guy.
Label the cable guy.
There you go. Yeah, all those guys in the redneck humor. So
At least, and then what was his name? Ron White. So Ron White, Jeff Foxworthy, Bill and Gable. How do you say it?
Bill
Ngab?
Engvall,
Engvall, and Larry the Cable Guy. And they had that blue comedy tour.
yeah, the blue collar comedy tour, blue
Yeah,
collar comedy
yeah,
tour.
that's right. Blue collar comedy tour. That's what they gone and did
And that's what they gone and did. They done did
after
it.
they all
I don't know
did their
Ron
thing.
White. Huh.
Ron White, he always holds like a glass of like whiskey or something when he's doing his stand up.
Legend. But it's your day,
Who might
Moniker.
be a redneck.
If you think you might be a redneck, it's your day to celebrate and enjoy it. Get out of your system because tomorrow we all celebrate America. Because that's what it is, right? Tomorrow is the 4th of July. This is as close as we get to having an episode on the 4th of July. because last year was on the 2nd and we skipped. So I guess last year it skipped because of the leap year or whatever. Because yeah, it was on a
So
Tuesday.
it,
So
it'll be a hot minute before
we're
July
gonna have to
4th
do this
falls on a Wednesday.
podcast a long time if we want to get there, is basically what we're saying.
Wednesday, July 4th, 2029. That's our opportunity.
We've got 5 years, at least 5 more years of doing the podcast if we want to land a Wednesday 4th of July episode.
So just
And
right
we could
there.
always change the day if we really care that much. We're not following some strict rule. We need to keep it on Wednesdays. It's just what we've done.
We have no contract that says we have to.
Not
We have
yet.
no policy.
Did you see our text message? We got another text message, Nate. We
Wait.
finally know the name of the winner
Oh
of
yeah,
the
McDonald's sweepstakes.
McDonald's sweepstakes. So I don't want to give people's last names or whatever, but Erica, you are officially the winner. You responded, left us a nice message about
Cute.
our podcast and how one of our episodes from last summer when we had Matt the intern on, it brought up some bad feelings because she never got to go to some dude's playground. But anyways, thanks for listening. Thanks for participating. If you really want to, we'll still send you the money. I know you said you don't care about the money, but it's sitting there. It's waiting to be sent.
Yeah.
But we could also just pay it forward and just do it in the next one, Nate. We could do another sweepstakes, another guess Nate's price
We
competition and see what we can get.
should. Oh,
So be thinking about that with your next purchases, okay?
okay. But here's my McDonald's hack. If you have the app, see if it's still there. Let me double check. See if it's still there. So you've heard how. So my app has 20% off the purchase of $5 or more. And now they have that new $5 meal for a minute.
Right.
So you can get a McDouble, 4-piece chicken nugget, small French fry. And I think you get a small drink too, right? But anywho, if you use that 20% off coupon, it's only $4.
Mm.
Or I would think when the Solid Bees do their double or hit a double and you get the free double cheeseburger with purchase, I bet you could use that and get an extra double cheeseburger in your meal. That's a good meal for $5. That's a lot of food. It's a lot of food to make you feel like, oh man, why'd I do that?
Or you could
Are there any
share. You
restaurants
could
like
share
that
with
for you?
somebody.
What's that?
You could share with someone. You don't have to eat it all yourself.
Right. But I mean, come on.
Come on.
You're a big boy. You can handle that meal.
You know. I know.
You can handle that meal. What was I gonna say? Maybe that's what's going on. But is there a restaurant? I'm saying fast food that way you love eating there, but after you eat there, you're just like, oh man,
Never again.
instant. No, it's just like you just feel like crap, but you just keep going back.
Do you feel like crap?
Like you
I'd
just don't. You
say
just feel like, man, that does not.
it's got to be Taco Bell for me.
Taco Bell? I think it depends when you get there, but yes, many times. I think I told you back when I was a gym rat and I would eat like really strict diet, but Saturdays were free days.
Mm.
And like, sometimes like Friday, like at midnight, I would go to Taco Bell. And every week, I think I would get the grilled stuffed burrito and then I go buy like a gallon of chocolate milk, which is not a good combo. But every week I'd feel so crappy on that Saturday that I was excited to start the diet again on Sunday.
Mm.
Yeah, I can see Taco Bell. But this morning I was saying to a friend, like, oh, and I think I mentioned it in our Art Circle episode that I love eating there, but every time I eat there, like if you eat like a combo meal, like I feel like crap after.
Mm.
And I would say Wiener Schnitzel's is the other one that I'm like, feel like crap after I eat there. But I keep going back. Not
Yeah, I
all
would
the
say
time.
I think
I haven't been to Wiener Schnitzel's like in over a year. Art Circle's like a once a year thing too. Taco Bell I haven't been to for probably 2 years.
wow.
I always have intentions. Del Taco's where I go. I
I
go
like
to
El Taco. I got the birria back. Don't know if you've care or did
Yeah,
notice that.
yeah, we actually had that the other day. I didn't like the burrito all too much, but I liked their quesadilla one.
And I got the quesadilla. And the ramen's pretty good.
I wanted to try the ramen, but
I got a free there was on the app, it was a free ramen if you spent a certain
so
amount of
much.
money. Yeah.
Well, yeah, the other day it was something like if you spent, it was basically buy one, get one free at the end of the day. So we did the burritos. Can't remember how much you were supposed to spend.
I think the reason why Taco Bell is I feel like crap afterwards is because usually when I have Taco Bell, I'm very hungry. And so I buy all the things. I'm like, yeah, I can eat the 5 layer burrito or two. And yeah, I can eat the 3 Doritos tacos and the chalupa and the cheesy
Yeah,
gordita crunch. That's why it always ends up being not so good after. It's just
because
because
because you already bought it, so you feel like you have to attempt to eat it.
gotta do it. Yeah.
Yeah, or you just have to do it.
You
That's
gotta do it.
true.
And I
Yeah,
do
but
feel like
they're
I'm usually sick after the fact. Like it
yes.
has to coincide. I don't think too
Especially if you
much
drink
about it.
soda and you just get a big Mountain Dew with it,
Mm,
then you're just hating life.
yeah.
But while you're eating it, you're like, this is amazing. It goes
Right?
down, you're like, this is awesome. But then an hour later, you're like, I
Ugh.
don't want to move. I just need to lay down.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
Taco Bell. No, I want Taco Bell. No, I want Taco Bell.
Go get
I
yourself some
love their
Taco Bell to
crunch wraps,
celebrate
is what it's called.
America. Crunch wrap. My wife loves the crunch wraps. They have
Yeah, they used
a
to be
crunch
pretty
wrap with
cheap,
a
but they're not cheap
Cheez
no
It
more.
in it right now. If Cheez Its are your thing,
Oh,
giant
okay.
Cheez It. Not my thing, so no thanks. I'm waiting for the hoping and waiting that someday they'll bring back the caramel apple empanada because that was my favorite thing.
Oh, I've never tried it.
Oh, so good. So yeah, I
All
think
right. Well,
the
since we're
perfect
talking about
way.
food, since we're
Okay,
talking about food,
go off on food.
July
Let's do it.
4th, what's your thing? Do you have like a tradition for July 4th? Like, do you do a barbecue?
In regards
Do
to
you go to
food,
Taco Bell? Yeah, we're talking about food.
you
Just
know,
keep it going.
it's kind of funny. I don't. Growing up, we had a tradition. I think it was KFC. To be honest with you, bucket of
I
chicken.
think you talked about that before.
Yeah, I might have mentioned on the KFC episode, but growing up, I think it was usually KFC or Subway sandwiches is what we'd get for our July
Fourth.
4th meal. But then what we do, or we have done in the past, is go to Murray Park and everybody just, it's kind of like a potluck. Like you have your meal you bring by yourself, but then everybody brings a bunch of treats. So, or things to
Gotcha.
snack on, red vines, or someone will make some cupcakes or cookies or whatever. So it's just kind of a lot of unhealthy things to eat for the 4th.
Yeah.
So a go-to in recent years, actually, because we tend to go to Murray Park, we'll go to Shake Shack and then go to the park,
Mm.
which is, correlation between Shake Shack and 4th of July. I don't know. It's good. I like Shake Shack. What about you?
We used to, growing up, I think we'd hang out we'd go to the parade in Provo. Parades, man, it always sounds like a fun idea. Then when you're in the moment, you're like, this sucks. It's so hot, so boring. But we go to the parade and then we do a barbecue at my aunt's house. But since yeah, sometimes we get together at my mom's house. This year, I think my mom and my older sister are down in Zion's at a cabin.
Mm,
We were gonna go, but I've been gone like all month, and
you're
we
not up
kind of got it
for.
was late notice. It was late notice too. We didn't have enough notice to get things figured out, but just too busy. So we're gonna be here for the fourth, and I don't know if we really have any plans on what to do this year.
It's not a bad place to be in. You don't have a go-to food,
But usually just hamburgers and hot dogs, the
so like
traditional stuff
barbecue
is what we
style.
normally do. But this year I don't know what we're gonna do since we're basically on our own, no family to go hang out with. So
Hmm.
maybe we'll head over to Taco Bell. Maybe go to the movie. And we used to go to movies too a lot on July
Really?
4th. Yeah, with my cousins because it was always so hot, right? Golfing was big too. We go golfing and it was always flipping hot and then go to the movies to cool off.
Okay, so a lot of
But
food, different activities, but I'm not hearing, strangely enough, no
and
mention of the
then at the end of the night
fireworks.
we'd hit up
Oh,
some
you still would
fireworks.
hit some fireworks at
And
the end of the night.
then my cousin like lit the bush across the street on fire. And then they were illegal fireworks.
Oh, okay, hold on.
And
You're
then
getting a little
one of
ahead
them,
of us.
yeah, and then one ran inside and called 911. We're like, what are you doing?
We
Because
have a bucket of water right here.
yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal, but we're like, we have illegal fireworks. And so yeah, but where do you even buy illegal fireworks?
What? Hold on, hold on. Not, you
What
know what?
makes them illegal?
What? Let's talk about firework laws in Utah. That's the episode. We are delving into firework
We are keeping
laws.
we are keeping Utah safe.
No, but for real, I mean, firework laws, they've changed. So it's good for the people to know what they can and can't do, you know? So I
Right.
have here our official 2024 interactive firework restrictions map and guide. Now, this is one I do want people to listen to. And you hinted a little bit of it at the beginning of the episode. There are certain times you can light your fireworks, people. I'm all good. I'm all open to people having a fun time. But can we please keep the fireworks to the window of when they're allowed?
You're supposed to light them up.
Am I being a Karen right now? Is it ridiculous to expect people to just light them within the couple days that they're supposed to?
Hmm.
And if I'm a Karen, you can tell me. But it stems from in my married life, I've had dogs and I've had children all through the firework holidays. And those are not great days to have pets or children. If your pets and children are sensitive to sounds
Oh,
and
yeah,
need to be
good point.
sleeping too.
Good point. I do know, like, where we live, people love their fireworks in between my house and your house.
Oh yes,
People just love them.
they love them, and I'm
And
not knocking that. It's patriotic. It's great. We can light our fireworks and have fun.
oh yeah, it's well, the cool thing is this is about where we live is I can go to sit on my front porch on July 4th at night and get a free show all around. So I'm like, do I really have to spend the money on the
Do you
fireworks?
really
Because
have
let
to
people
burn
do
your
it for
money?
me. I don't have to burn my own money. But yeah, I think it was even a week ago went to go to bed. I'm like, oh yeah, July 4th's coming. Could you just hear them going off
Mm-hmm.
already?
Right?
Who has that kind of money? And number two,
Why are you picking a random
time?
Tuesday?
Time, yeah, yeah. What are we missing here? Is it just because they have so many fireworks they need to light off
We can't possibly do it
weeks
all in one night.
prior? Yeah. Or is it just because families in town? I just don't understand like why every night for like seems like almost 2 weeks prior to the fourth and then 2 weeks after. And then you get a small break, and then here comes the 24th, and
Right?
they're back at it. So really the
July
whole month of
is a
July,
loud
you
month.
go to bed with the white noise of fireworks in the background, I guess is what you can say.
Yeah. I like to let people have their fun, but this is one thing I will stand on the Karen Mountain, and
You'll sign the petition,
I
is
will
what you're
sign the
saying?
Karen petition. I don't want
Or you might
fireworks
even
to go
start
away.
it.
I don't want them to go away. Let me be clear. I'm not a big fan of fireworks. Let me preface this, but I don't want to want to advocate for them to go away. But I do want people to light
Be
their fuses
respectful.
respectfully on the dates that they're supposed to. So let's give you the official. Here's what the official guide is: 2 days before, the day of, and 1 day after.
Oh yeah, that's not happening.
No, it's
That's
not.
definitely that's
Not
definitely
at
not
all.
happening.
Especially the 1 day after. I feel like after the 4th, they prolong that. Okay, it's this year. The 4th of July is on a Thursday. We're gonna get fireworks on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But really, we should only get them maybe Friday because that's 1 day after, right? But you got the
Right.
longer weekend, so people are gonna be like, well, we couldn't really celebrate on Thursday, so we're gonna do it right now, Saturday or Sunday. Technically, you're not supposed to do that. I'll give that a pass, but this was changed. It used to be, and this might be part of it. It used to be a 14-day window, so now it's only 8 for 14
Wow.
days that you could light fireworks in the month of July to 8. That's still a lot of days. A lot of days.
Like I remember a year or two ago that they were doing almost like what they do for um the drunk driver blitz, what do they call it?
Mm.
Like they did something
Click
similar
it or
to
ticket,
like
right?
yeah, stuff like well yeah, no, like like the what do they call it when it's like a major holiday, so they have a bunch of cops out there doing checkpoints to make sure you're not drunk.
I don't know what it's called.
Anyways, or drinking. Shouldn't say drunk, just drinking. But
Right.
I thought they did something similar where they were just like going around just finding the crap out of people who were lighting them off on the days they're not supposed to. And I bet you they're probably doing that to kind of send a message because of all the Karens out in the world that
Mm.
wanted it.
Like me.
So I wonder how often people get cited for lighting them off when you're not supposed to, or and the rules have changed quite a bit from when I was a kid to what you could light off. So I think for a while it couldn't go above something like 10 feet or something like
Mm.
that. But
I'll get to
now,
that. I'll get to that.
okay. I was just
So
saying I wonder what it was. I wish
here's
somebody could tell me.
here's one more caveat. What do you think the hours that you can light fireworks is? Between what
Oh,
hours?
I would say 10:30 is when the last one
Do you
should go
even
off.
have till 11? They will give you
11.
till
Dang it.
11.
I was gonna say 10:30 seems weird to be on the half hour, but 11 o'clock makes
So
sense.
there's similar restrictions for the 24th, but you have between the hours of 11 a.m. and 11 p.m. July 2nd and ending on July 5th. So that window,
Wait, July 24th, you mean?
July 5th. I'm saying there's separate ones for the 24th. So there's a
Oh,
window
okay.
for July 4th and a window for the 24th.
Okay.
But on July 4th and the 24th, the time of discharge is extended to 12. So you can do it up to midnight on that day alone. But until up to that, only until 11 on the 3rd, on the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th. You got 4 days, people, 4 days. And only up till 11 p.m. because there's kids sleeping. If you are found guilty of an infraction, you can be punished by a fine of up to, what's your guess? How much money?
$250.
$1,000.
Whoa.
So
That's
that's like
more than
doubling
I
your
would.
firework budget. You spend $1,000 on the fireworks, and then you have to
But
pay an additional $1,000 for the infraction.
true. But the $1,000 you spend, you can light those off in 3 minutes. That's probably how much time you get with them. So you'd be cleared out and gone before the cops get there.
Yeah, that's true. It's hard to track. I mean, you can see the debris, right? But
$1,000. Wow. They say up to 1,000?
it can be up to 1,000. Yep.
Okay. So I
So
wonder how much they actually.
this kind of goes along with what you're saying. I don't know what it was before, but Utah legal area fireworks are designed to travel up to 150 feet in the air and then explode. Aerial fireworks shall be placed on a hard level surface outdoors, blah, 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 blah. So when did the change? I want to say it was in 2011 or 2012 because I was working at
Yeah,
Macy's at the time, and it was all the rage that we could have aerials finally.
right. And remember, like buying fireworks prior to that, if you didn't go outside the state to get them,
It was
they were
the
so like cheesy
you
and
could
like
you could have the flower or the little things that buzz on the
yeah,
ground.
the flowers, the ground flowers,
Yeah,
and
the ones
and
the
little small
showers,
fountains,
the
the
fountains.
fountain
That's what I was
things,
looking for. Yeah,
and then like
smoke bombs. Oh, classic smoke
smoke bomb,
bombs.
snakes,
I always
the
liked
pop things.
the little army men that shoot like a can shoot the
Oh, the
tank.
tanks.
Or the parachute
Yeah,
guys.
stuff
Oh, I
like that.
love the parachute guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the closest you got to like an aerial was the parachute guys, right? Because it would shoot it up in the air and then they
I, I'm gonna be honest, man. I kind of miss those days. As great as the aerials are, there was something kind of, you know,
is
for
it
me,
nostalgic for you?
yeah, 4th of July was let's go to the park and see the fireworks. The 24th of July, we would do the fireworks in the neighborhood, and
Hmm.
it was just all those fun little ones. Like we've got a day reserved for the big stuff. Even the 24th they do big stuff too, but I didn't mind the little guys. They were fun.
Less dangerous,
Less
less
dangerous.
chance of ending up in the hospital.
Sparklers are always good.
That that one's that one's still insane that they sell those and those weren't illegal because
Oh, I burned
how
my hand as a child, and I still can
oh
feel the pain. But even with all this, number one, people don't respect the firework window. Let me just say that again. And number two, people also like to go a little bit north of the border, the Utah border, and get some extra special fireworks. And that I think it's a rite of passage, right? You have to have a moment where you are one of those people that go up to Evanston and you buy some extra special fireworks, right? You've done it before, right? I know you have, Nate.
I haven't made a special trip up to Evanston just to get fireworks, but we used to go to Bear Lake around the 24th-ish every year growing up and we would beg and my dad would do it, pull over. We would beg him to like stop by a fireworks stand up there and get a bunch of fireworks, illegal stuff to bring back to the home country of Utah and
any
blow things up.
any idea what let let's call it smuggling because it's more fun. How much or they
Right.
call it bootlegging. How much the fine is for bootlegging fireworks across the border.
How much what?
So let's say you do two things. You bootleg fireworks from Evanston to Utah, and then you also light them outside the window. What is your maximum penalty, your maximum fine by
Oh,
participating in both
okay. So
activities?
up to $1,000 if you just light off the legal ones at the wrong time, right?
Right.
But if you're lighting, are you saying if you're lighting them off at the wrong time plus they're illegal or just the
Right.
illegal ones?
And they're
So both.
illegal. Let's say
So you got a
you got
thousand
some Roman
dollars. You
candles.
got you're
You're
probably like looking like
Nate,
5,000.
Nate, you find yourself lighting some Roman candles on July 7th. What is your maximum penalty
I'm
fee?
guessing five to $10,000.
It's not that much, man. It's really not that much.
It's not
Yeah.
it's worth no.
I'm not an attorney or whatever. This is not legal advice. But as of 2023, this says that um this time of year, or actually throughout all the year, thousands of Utah residents line up to buy fireworks just across the border in Evanston. They're unlikely to get caught bootlegging illegal fireworks across the border, but could face a $680 fine if they do so. So your maximum, if you really want to have a good time on the 7th of July with some illegal fireworks, your maximum penalty, aside from just buying your fireworks and that cost, is $1,680. Not too bad. That could be a fun. That could be a fun time.
So you can get fined more for lighting off legal fireworks at the wrong time, fined less if you have illegal fireworks.
Right.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Now again, that I'm not looking into all this, so don't quote me on it if you get put in front of a judge. But
Right.
you say, "Hey, judge, I was promised by This Is a
I
Place
thought it was only
podcast.
I thought it was only
I was
$650.
looking at below $2,000 here, and you're telling me something else." Just saying. But
Do your own research.
do your own
Make your own
research.
decisions.
It is interesting. There's this article, like I said, from 2023 that the manager of the Phantom Fireworks store in Evanston said at this time of year, they're seeing thousands of customers per day as opposed to only a few. And on most days throughout the year, it's people from Utah in particular seem to have an affinity for stuff that explodes. He says it's mostly Utah people that we see this time of year. In fact, it's mostly Utah people that we see throughout the year. We get a few other people traveling through. Locals really only come in on July 3rd and 4th. We're happy to do business with anyone who stops here. Utah State
That's
Fire Marshal said, I guess this is what's illegal here in Utah. And this isn't an official guide, but it says about 10 years ago, Utah began allowing cakes, a multi-shot device that travels higher than 15 feet, but no higher than 150 feet. Cakes were a big step. It's worked out pretty well, but no single shot mortars, Roman candles, bottle rockets, or firecrackers are legal in Utah.
single shot. So you can buy the ones that have multiple.
I guess. I don't know the difference between a single shot and a multi-shot mortar personally, but
I feel like they have ones that have them in there, but they're like there's more than one in there. So maybe the single one makes it so that you don't like hold it and aim it.
uh of the list I read, what fireworks have you personally lit yourself or um seen lit near you? Now, I'm not asking if it happened in Utah. I'm not trying to incriminate you here. I'm just asking if you've seen or participated at all.
We liked like Black Cats, I think used to have like explosive ones. So we used to
Mm.
like to buy those as a kid and then put them in toys and blow them up until you saw Toy Story and then you
Like
stopped doing that.
M80s until you saw Toy Story.
And then I like the flower ones you're talking about, especially the
Mm-hmm.
ones now that will like at the end like fly through the sky. And then I bought some ones. Actually, I think I bought them here, like over at one of those trailers, but they they're so unpredictable. I think they're called like the bumblebee or something like that. And it's like a really small flower, but it like zips off really fast.
Mm.
But sometimes they go right at your head. Sometimes they go way in the sky. They're just it's like an adrenaline rush because you don't know if you're gonna die or not. It's gonna come right at you.
Yeah, I've only made one trip personally up to Evanston. Me and my dad went one time, and I got a ton of bottle rockets that I don't
Bottle
even know.
rockets,
I don't
yes.
know how many I even used in um like on the 4th of July, but I kept them under my bed for months and would just use them from time to time. Bottle rockets and firecrackers. I don't know. Can we even use? I don't know if we can use firecrackers here. Bought a bunch of those, and my favorite firework, Roman candles. They're so fun. Just pretend like your favorite movie. You just pretend like you're a Harry Potter character for a minute.
You know who Nick Swardson is? Talking about comedians earlier.
Sounds familiar.
He's in a lot of Adam Sandler stuff. Kind of a pudgier guy.
Yeah,
If
I
I
know who
will
he
show you
is.
the anyways, in one of his stand-ups, he talks about the list of things to not bring in an airplane.
Okay.
And like I think Roman candles is like one of them. Like who's like hiding Roman candles in their back and like gets on the airplane. It's like just shooting them off in the cabin. Something like that. It's pretty funny.
That's great. Have you seen the video of the kid doing the Roman candle and he's doing all these different moves? He's like, whoo, whoo, and then he points it at the camera. I'll have to find it and send it to you. But
Or
man,
where
that's
a dog goes and grabs one and then starts running around with it in his mouth and it's just shooting over everybody's heads. Anyways.
yeah,
Oh no.
fireworks. Fireworks are fun.
You know
Yeah,
what's not fun?
what's that?
When Mac Baxter just jumps in on our call.
Oh, what is this? We have a special guest.
Is
Can you hear
this
me
like
okay?
Completely out of context
is this
guest
like
is
Mr.
joining us.
Rogers when someone knocks on the door? Ooh, we got a
It's
special
Mr.
guest.
McFeely.
Or Pee Wee
Actually, I don't
Herman's
want to call you
Playhouse.
Mr. McFeely. That's a little creepy, Matt.
Yeah.
But
Can
Matt
you hear me
Matt's
okay?
calling in because this is a podcast, but it's more like a radio show. And we're so glad that he's taken the time to call us from his car with this great audio quality to give us an update on the new hockey team.
Does
He's
it
at
sound bad enough?
Yes, it sounds perfectly terrible, just like a real radio station.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one of
Perfect.
Matt's pet peeves is that when he's listening to the radio or something and they have someone call in, it's always the worst quality. As if
It's not a pet peeve. It's like I just don't understand. When you're a sports when you're a sports reporter, you have to call in with the most terrible quality. It's like I don't even think cell phones sound that bad anymore. What are they using?
what are you using? It sounds
Oh,
horrible.
will you be able to understand me?
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad that it sounds
Okay.
terrible. That's what I'm saying.
This is Mike right here
Oh
in my
wow.
2007 car, rigged up with the Bluetooth.
Wow. High tech. Well, Matt, you've come in.
Yeah.
We've been talking about fireworks a little bit here, but I think we should cool things down a little bit and go to you ice level for an update on the Utah hockey team. Ice level meaning I'm sure you have some ice in that cup that's next to you in your car because you're
In
not
his
actually
Yeti. In
at
his
the
Yeti cup.
in your Yeti cup. You're not actually on the ice. Like that'd be cool, but we're not that
Yeah.
special.
Yeah, I actually did get to go down to ice level on Friday. What was that? June 8th? June 8th. I'm way off.
June 28th?
June 28th, maybe?
Right.
Is that what Friday was?
Yeah, that's what Friday was.
I was able to go down to ice level at the Delta Center, get a picture with a bunch of hockey pucks that spell out Utah. I was wearing my uncle's Utah hockey jersey that's probably 40 years old.
Nice.
And yeah, I was able to enjoy the festivities there for the NHL draft. It is the last in-person draft for draftees, I guess. Next year it's going completely remote, but they did it at the Las Vegas Sphere. So all the players that were drafted were there and got to walk down on stage and put on the jersey. Whereas next year it will be a bit different. Everybody will be at their home stadium, their home arena. So yeah, it was really special, and of course special because it was Utah's first NHL draft.
How was the atmosphere? How was the vibe? How was it to be in the Delta Center with the ice and with the hockey crowd?
It was great. A lot of people are really excited. There were games around. You could play cornhole. You could shoot pucks. Free face paintings, which I honestly wanted to do, but I passed up on it. There were a few players there.
Wait, how'd you mess up on it?
Oh, did I just say I messed up?
I'm sorry, the audio quality is really poor, Matt. You're kind of breaking up a bit. We're trying to hear you.
Should I switch to my phone?
No, I'm playing it up. I'm playing it up, okay?
Oh, okay.
This is like a real interview, like they do on the radio.
Yeah. I passed up the face painting. But there were two players from the NHL Hockey Club. Excuse me, the Utah Hockey Club. They were there signing stuff. And then they also opened up the team store just a temporary team store. Bunch of hats, sweaters, pucks that they had. I got a cool sticker. So really exciting. People were way excited when they announced Utah. It felt like a full building, even though it wasn't that full. I mean, it was full, but not Delta Center full kind of thing. So it was really exciting, yeah. And moving on to what happened. So, like I said, we had pick number 6, which is really good. Most drafts, they're all the same. Well, here's the difference with hockey, though, in the NHL to understand this. In the NFL draft, you're being drafted out of college football. So you're pretty much, I wouldn't say NFL ready, but you're going to be playing. In basketball, you're drafted out of college basketball. In the NHL, you're drafted when you're like 18 years old. And so the first, second, maybe third top picks will play the next season, maybe. But everybody else after that just gets put into the system and starts developing to play in the NHL. So they go back either to their leagues that they're in, or they go to a minor league that's affiliated with the team. So that's just some context here. We picked number 6. That doesn't mean he's going to be playing with us next season. It probably won't. But the season after that, maybe we'll get a glimpse at him. So with
All
number
right, Matt.
6, our first
Thanks
pick.
for calling in. We ran out of time on this segment.
All right. See you later.
You should say we're getting the lights. Saying we gotta.
What's that?
And this, you should have said something like, "We're getting the light," saying that we gotta go to commercial break. So
Should I get it back and do it? Matt, we lost you for a second there. Sorry. I think maybe you're driving through a dead zone or something.
Am I taking too long? I'm giving you good content here, man.
I know, but we're getting the light that's saying the segment's up. I don't know what to tell you, man. We got a very strict schedule.
Okay. Cut all of that out. Just start here. We'll do it live. So with the number 6 pick, Utah Hockey Club picks Tej Iginla. Iginla is a very popular name. His dad, Jerome Iginla, is a Hockey Hall of Famer, played for Calgary Flames for the majority of his career. So Tej grew up in a hockey household. He plays in the WHL. He's a goal scorer, tough guy, just like his dad. And then we traded some picks for number 24 in the first round, and we got Cole Baudouin is his name. He's from the OHL. Big guy, 6'2", 210 pounds. He's 18 years old, I think. And the reason we traded for 24 is because Boston was at number 25, and they were going to pick Cole, and we wanted him, so we traded and got number 24. We traded with Colorado. Got number 24, picked up Cole. Going into this draft, we had 13 picks. We traded 2 with Colorado, so we ended up making 11 picks. All of them were 6 feet or taller. That is the summary of the draft.
Nice.
And then added quick notes here. After the draft on Saturday, we also picked up Mikhail Sergachev from Tampa, who is a top defenseman in the NHL. He's going to be our number 1 defenseman. And we also picked up John Marino from the New Jersey Devils, which might be our number 2 defenseman. So
Go
we're making really good moves.
Devils!
That's right. Making really good moves. And then on Monday was free agency. We signed Ian Cole for a year. He's a veteran. He's won 2 cups with Pittsburgh Penguins in 16-17 seasons. And we also signed, I did not write his first name, Strenland from Florida Panthers, who just won a Stanley Cup. He's a big guy, 6'5". He's a forward. Most of the time spent on the penalty kill and blocking a lot of shots. So we signed him for 2 years, $2 million each year. And Ian Cole's like $3.1 million. So that's your update. There you go.
Thanks, Matt. Appreciate
I put a lot of work into that.
We appreciate you being our sideline, or what do you call it? Our
Ice level reporter.
Our ice level breaking stories segment person thing. So Thank you. Top notch.
Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Nathan. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Matt. It's always wonderful surprise when you drop in.
And the joke you were thinking of last episode that I stole from you was at Lagoon, and it was the half off pictures for the old West themed
That's right.
pictures, and I couldn't get it out.
That's right.
Yes, that's
That
right.
was
Thanks, Matt.
that was fun.
All right,
You can leave.
toodles.
All right. Happy Redneck Day.
Bye.
All right. Well, that was a great segment. Let's get back to fireworks.
Because there will be fireworks at the first game, right?
Probably. We'll be okay with those fireworks, even though it will be outside of the 4-day window. So, what do you think? Anything else you have to say about fireworks, Nate?
No. Do you ever light them off on New
I-
Year's?
On the New Year's, no. I mean, I don't even light them off. Maybe my kids are a little bit bigger now. Maybe we can go get some fireworks and light them off for them on the 4th or 24th. But on New Year's, definitely no fireworks for me. Do they bring out the trailers for New Year's? Or is it
I
mostly
feel
just
like
stuff
they
sold in stores?
don't. I think you might see one or two, but I feel like most of them are just in the stores
Hmm.
that you can buy.
Say yeah. And for then
It's
it's
so
like
cold.
the little maybe it's just like the pole fireworks. They're not fireworks, but you pull the things and they shoot the stuff out.
Oh,
Or
the
like the
poppers.
poppers. Poppers even can you even really use poppers in the winter unless I mean if there's no snow, I guess, but even those are hard to use.
Right.
So yeah, I think fireworks in for New Year's not a big thing in Utah. It still exists. You can still do it. So if you do end up going up to Evanston, you can buy some fireworks, bring them down, light them on for New Year's, or buy them around this time of year and then save them till New Year's. Actually, I wouldn't advocate for saving fireworks. That's probably not very safe either. It's probably something you want to discharge as soon as possible, but it is what it is. Yeah. Again, I may be a little bit of a Karen on this topic, but I'm happy that fireworks are here, have their place. Great way to celebrate our independence, our Independence Day. It's about as American as drive-ins and apple pie.
Baseball.
And oh yeah, and baseball too, I guess.
And the good news is once July's over, after the 4th, the 24th, is there really a good holiday until Halloweeny, besides Labor Day, maybe?
That's it.
So that means it's time to start pulling out those Halloween decorations pretty soon here.
Pretty soon. Get ready, guys. Well, we hope everybody has a wonderful and safe 4th of July. Light your fireworks responsibly and within the given parameters and have a good
And
time.
drink responsibly.
And drink responsibly.
Oh, here's a thing. I don't know. Because if any of our listeners actually drink alcohol, let me know. I got some I gotta get rid of.
You've got you're holding on to some
Is that
alcohol you
legal?
need to get rid of.
Are you not supposed to do that? Do you not distribute alcohol if you don't have
I
a
mean, definitely
license?
not to a minor. Why do you have
Oh,
alcohol
that's
at
what
your
I was kind of
house?
was hoping for.
Why do you have alcohol? Did you get it? Did you get it on a deal? Did you buy some
I had
alcohol because there was a deal on it?
probably something like that. No, I just had a really bad week and I thought it was time to start, but
No
changed my
soda,
mind.
but
No,
alcohol.
like gosh, it's probably old. I don't even know how long alcohol lasts, but I was a lot of times when um for those who don't know, I do, real estate, help people buy and sell properties, but I also do property management as well. So when tenants move out, sometimes they leave some stuff behind. This one guy left like behind a box of like local beers, I think they were. Then he had like a mini keg of Heineken.
Mm.
And I was going to take it because a lot of people from my company drink, and we were having like a company-wide like Christmas party. So it was around that time, so I was going to take it and do it as the white elephant. But I was a little nervous that the CEO at the time of our company would have not enjoyed that joke. So normally I probably would have just thrown it in the trash if I took it. And then the day I saw it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's been sitting there probably for over a year. So I was like, how do I get rid of this? So I don't know a whole lot of people who drink. So
Call out to our listeners. If anybody drinks, Nate's got something for you. So you can have a really good 4th of
yeah,
July.
I'll trade you for some fireworks.
Bonus if they're illegal. Thanks for listening to This Is a Place podcast.
And this was a topic we just talked about. I don't know what we just talked about. We had Taco Bell, we had fireworks, we had hockey.
This is a hodgepodge.
This was about as redneck of an episode as you can get.